Rachael, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Yeah. I know your time is valuable. Talk about your transformation pictures. It's amazing to see those. When you see those, what goes through your mind?
Well, just that, like, I'm proud of the end result, but just what a long process it is. My first picture was like back in 2013 when I really started like just learning about nutrition and fitness and all of that. But it probably wasn't for a couple of years where my nutrition and my fitness started aligning with my goals, and I started actually seeing results. And that's really what became like really addicting. And then a show kind of made its way onto my bucket list. And then last June, I found my coach and we started working together, like just towards that end result or whatever. But yeah, it's just really, it's fun.
Over the years and since 2013, how's your body changed?
The recomposition has been really crazy. Like I kind of don't recognize myself, but I also don't recognize my old pictures either. I don't know, it's like, it's really interesting to look back and I'm like, wow, I don't remember feeling like that. I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of like an out of body experience. Like, just surreal. To look back, yeah, absolutely.
When you're stepping on stage at the Europa, you're posing on stage, was it a natural feeling for you?
No, which is odd for me as a musician because I'm used to being on stage, but I'm not used to, I don't know, I guess people looking at me personally, and so I don't know, it was a very different feeling. It was really fun. I had more fun than I thought I was going to, just being as nervous as I was. But yeah.
It's my first time interviewing a musician who's a competitor. That's pretty cool. You're a violinist.
I am.
How long have you been doing that?
20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were talking a little bit off camera how you've done some weddings lately or in the summer right now.
Yeah, that's kind of my kind of side hustle in the summer when I have summers off, is to play a lot of weddings and gigs and stuff like that.
How would you say your friends and family would describe your personality?
I think they would say I'm outgoing, bubbly, dry, sense of humor. They can be kind of sarcastic. I don't know.
And you're a teacher as well.
Yes.
What's that like, teaching in high school?
It's awesome. It's really awesome to get to give back that way. I didn't actually go to public school and learn in a group setting, so it's kind of interesting to be on the other side and to be teaching in that setting. But it's really rewarding. I'm somebody that really likes to see progress. It's motivating for me, and so being a musician or being a teacher, like, it changes every day. Like, your lesson plan changes every day.
Why is that?
Just based on progress, because it's not, I mean, you can have a certain lesson plan, but it just depends on the kids, depends on the music. My job essentially changes every day, so that's really, it keeps it fun and like fresh all the time.
Is it more fun to play the violin or to work out?
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know. It's very, very different. I feel like my personality comes into play in both of those arenas, but working out has been, I think, more of a passion just because it's newer. I've been playing the violin a lot longer than I've been into fitness. It's very different, but yeah.
There's going to be so many people, back to competing real quick, this year, next year, they're going to be competing for the first time. Any advice for them?
Trust the process. That is like the number one thing that everyone told me whenever I was asking, for advice, like, oh, this is my first competition, tell me the ways, and they were like, just trust your coach, trust the process, trust yourself, and be patient. You're gonna feel like it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna be ready. So I kind of wish that I had done that a little bit more and just kind of relaxed a little bit. But yeah, that's probably the number one thing. Just trust the process. If you have as great of a coach as I do, like, they know what they're doing and they're going to set you up for success. So, yeah.
How long was the prep for the Europa for you?
I'd been working with my coach for about a year, but I was in prep for probably about 20 weeks.
Any times during that prep, which was what was it, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, or a little bit longer. Was it ever emotional for you?
Yeah, I definitely got in my head, for sure. Just kind of, sometimes I would feel like I wasn't, making the progress, or I was a little bit stale, or my progress was stalling a little bit, and but trying to micromanage it like only makes it worse. Like your body recognizes that, so yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, just the way your body handles stress. It's very negative for your progress, just overall, mental, and just in your body.
So just try to have a positive mindset.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their off days. So I had a couple meltdowns, had a couple days where I'm like, why am I doing this? But then I'd kind of have to like go back to my vision. I mean, not everyone's motivated every day. And that's kind of the number one thing that I think that I came out with after competing was just like discipline. I definitely feel like I have a stronger sense, like in all aspects of my life, just having gone through the process.
Back to your transformation picture, just really awesome. We're gonna put that on the screen right now. So that the 3 pictures, the one on the left, that's really cool. It gives me a lot of inspiration.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. We have a mutual friend, Jeff Dwelly. His glute camps. Is bikini all, is that what it's all about? The glute hamstring tie-in? Is that the main thing in bikini?
It's pretty important. I would say glutes and shoulders are like the top 2.
Shoulders and bikini is important?
Yeah. Just for your overall frame, because bikini is all about symmetry. So I feel like those 2 muscle groups are like of prime importance. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were saying off camera that you're thinking about having a long off season.
It's interesting having lost so much weight. You kind of really don't know what you're working with until you shred down, and then you're like, okay, this is how much muscle I have, or this is what I look like. So I think I can have some purpose, like going into a long off season on the things that I want to improve and to build to bring even a more competitive package next time.
That's really cool. Yeah. Advice for people just trying to keep that motivation, if people who not even are thinking about competing, just every day working out, how do they stay motivated?
You don't, and that's where the discipline comes into play. Motivation wavers. So on those days, I like to hit up a friend, like, hey, let's go work out, or like to go to a glute camp, or something where someone else can kind of kick your rear, because sometimes you're not going to push yourself. And I know those days, like when I wake up, I'm like, oh, this is not, I can tell I'm not going to be pushing myself today. So kind of finding, someone else to kind of make you do it in a way. I also like I try to take a different kind of class every week, like whether it's yoga or Pilates, or bar or something like that, just to kind of keep it fresh. Because when you're in prep and you're kind of in the trenches, it can be a little bit monotonous. And I think it's also kind of humbling to go into a class where you feel like you're like in decent shape, and then you go to some other class and you're like, wow, this is completely different and I'm terrible at this. So yeah, I either like to grab a friend, hit up my coach for a training session, or just go to something completely different to kind of keep it fresh.
So you're saying it's good to stay uncomfortable? Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the only way you're going to really grow, is to be uncomfortable.
I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He obviously is, a lot bigger than us, but physically, he likes to shock the muscle, so the body never knows what's coming.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was the biggest part, I think, of my transformation, as I lost about 30 pounds before coming to my coach. And it was really frustrating because I felt like I had a pretty good knowledge base at that point, and my body was just completely stalling, and I wasn't seeing any more progress. So coming to him, he kind of had to restructure some things to shock my body back into responding, and so I could continue progressing. That's really interesting. You know what we should have done? We should have brought a violin. Oh no.
Oh, that's so awesome. How come there's there any videos of you online playing?
Probably. I mean, probably some YouTube fiddle videos or something.
That's cool. Well, it's the best time of the year. It's summer. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for doing this. Really appreciate
It's
it.
a pleasure.